The stock of the day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. With over 17,000 markets and extended trading hours, turn US earnings season volatility into opportunity. Get started at IG.com.
So the stock of the day is Nickel Industries. So yesterday it crashed about 20%. Today rebounding, up currently just past noon here in Sydney by about 5%. So all of this came after Indonesia, which is the #1 nickel producing country and a place that Nickel Industries is operating, has mulled raising royalties to be paid by mining companies. So the stock took a big hit, and clarification, the company is subject to a 10% royalty on its nickel ore sales. Nickel Industry itself says that if the proposed royalty increases do become legislated, the royalties paid will increase by $8 million in FY24 from its Hengjaya mine. Jefferies, for one, has lowered its price target on Nickel Industries to 80 cents, while maintaining a hold rating on the stock. So look, it's an interesting one. Lots of big price action over the past couple of days. Michael Gable from Fairmont Equities. How is Nickel Industries looking on the charts? Because fundamentally, this sovereign risk rears its head every once in a while, if we're honest, in Indonesia.
Yeah, and I mean the nickel, look, it's not an industry I've been following closely, but broadly speaking, we're aware that it's been a very difficult industry the past few years in nickel because of the low producers in Indonesia, funded by China, quite dirty nickel, etc., have basically wiped out the local nickel industry. And of course, this business is based in Indonesia, but it doesn't look like they're receiving any favours because of that. So look, it's clearly a sector that you just say that's one to avoid. And this is a weekly chart of Nickel Industries, and as you could see, the price action reflects that. So it's just been trending lower for the past few years. I look at this and I don't see anything exciting. This was as of last night. So okay, the shares are up a few percent today. So for the brave, if we want to use that word, they're happy to try to trade bounces, but that's a bit of a punt. So we seem to be getting a short-term bounce, but I think if if you're a little bit more sensible, you just stay away from a chart that looks like that.
Okay. You've got a daily chart, I do believe,
I
actually.
do. Yep.
What do you think?
Very much like what Michael said there. If you look at the daily chart, it looks very, very similar to that weekly chart. You can see sustained weakness. There was a nice sort of downward trend channel that was there. It was bouncing off that, respecting those technicals, but then, look at that. It's busted straight through that. But we've come down into a key level of support now. Which I suppose if you're an investor or a trader, again, looking to maybe take a speculative sort of look on this one, this will be sort of the area where you'd be looking to get a little bit interested in trading this. A few things come to mind though. If you look down at the bottom of the chart, you've got the MACD still showing weakness there. So it's definitely not one you'd want to sort of get into right now based on the momentum of that stock. I'd be keen to see how price action plays out now. Obviously you said it did bounce a little bit this morning. But I think it's going to take a couple of days to play out on this one and see sort of where price action takes us next. Bearing in mind that MACDs and a lot of these technicals they're lagging indicators. So you're going to see the price action dictate where we go first before the MACD starts to show some strength there. But definitely wouldn't be buying this one just yet. I'd be a holder, waiting to see what price action does at support, and then maybe look for a speculative buy on the back of it. But as I said, speculative is the word on that one.
Yeah, got it. All right. If you're not sensible, in Michael's words, maybe consider it in time. But for now, it's in a void. So that's Nickel Industries, our stock of the day.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Turn volatility into opportunity this US earnings season with extended trading hours on over 110 key US shares. Get started at IG.com.